What's up, it's Anthony here to do part 7 of my cassette collection. Got a bunch, I got a row here, and then I got another big giant pile, and then I have one more bag of tapes to go, and then we'll be done. And then I'll show my 8 tracks, and then I want to show my, I don't know if I should show my 7-inch vinyls first or my LPs. We'll see. Anyway, let's get started. We got Bad Taste with Youth Waste. Some pretty good hardcore punk. I have no idea where they're from. Dub tape. Does it say where they're from in the booklet? I like this very DIY kind of paper. Oh no, this is a comp. From 2009. Can I show that picture? Let me see. I always try to make sure, like, all the pictures that I show are at least, you know, stuff that won't get me banned. But it's a bunch of bands in one. Another one of those comp tapes. Is there a limitation? No, there isn't. Okay. Pretty good comp. I need to listen to these again. I like listening to comps because I always find a bunch of bands like that. This is an old tape I think my uncle used to have back in the day. It's got Snoop Dogg and Too Short. Too Short was a rapper from the West Coast, I believe. And Snoop Dogg, I think we all know who Snoop Dogg is. Everyone's heard of Snoop Dogg. Not a lot of people heard of Too Short. The label is a completely different tape, but it's Chicago's Greatest Hits Volume 2. This is my original tape from 81. With the missing, pad. I realized when I was looking back through my videos that I showed stuff a little too fast, so I'm gonna try to show a little stuff more slow, so people can like see the tapes better. Anyway, we got Alvin and the Chipmunks with In Low Places. You know, I have a couple Chipmunk albums this is from 92. It's got a bunch of covers, you know. Of course it has Achy Breaky Heart, Billy Ray Cyrus, Charlie Daniels, Waylon Jennings, Tammy Wynette. It's Chipmunks doing country, what do you expect? And the booklet, I don't normally fold out the booklet, but I will in this case. I always find the Chipmunks music to be entertaining. This is a huge booklet too. I think it was like meant for the vinyl or something, or the CD. Huge booklet. Well, I'll pause and read all that. But yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, there really isn't much that needs to be said about that. If you like country, you like the Chipmunks, pick it up. Can I fit it? Oh, yes. We got Foreigner with Head Games. I have a lot of albums from this band. This has Women, Head Games, Dirty White Boy. This is actually an original press from 1979. It still sounds pretty good. I got it at the library many years ago. I don't even know if they still sell cassettes. They might, I don't know. With a pretty sus cover right there, but you know, it was the 70s. People took risks. I'd like to probably get this on vinyl one day. I don't know. We'll see. This doesn't have the cover anymore, but The Babies Anthology from 1981 has a bunch of songs from the Babies on it. And it's really, really, really untangled. Hold on, I don't have a number 2 pencil, so this is how I do it. Never, 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 ever, ever, ever play your tapes if they look like this. Your tapes will get eaten. That's why a bunch of tapes get eaten in the first place. You'll start to notice music, and then all goes to hell. Believe me, I know the pain of cassettes. You got to really treat them delicately. Especially considering there's a lot of stuff out there that's not on CD, only on cassette. Can I untangle this? I want to do it. Alright. I did it. Another guitar meeting with my cousin back in August 6, 2015. Then there's a piece of the tape that's broken. I don't even know why I kept some of those tapes. I really shouldn't have. Alright, now these cassettes don't have cases, but these are really, 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 really special, and I really should get them converted, because these have never, I checked everywhere online, and I haven't been able to find any existence of this show. Okay, so my neighbor, they went to my neighbor's family went to a John Denver show at Irvine Meadows on May 19th, 1984. And somehow he got away. I don't know how he did it. If it was like he snuck in a Walkman or something. But he actually recorded the entire show on a cassette. And to my knowledge, this is the only recording of this show in existence. It's on 2 tapes. I have another tape. I would love, love, love to get this on YouTube, because this is actually the earliest well, it's the earliest master bootleg I have. I have an earlier bootleg of Led Zeppelin concert from '69. But as far as like stuff like this is like really special, because it's not like it was recorded on the radio. It never broadcast on the radio. That was like directly from the audience. So one of these days I'll get that up on YouTube. Anyway, Black Wizard. Some more electronic music. On a dub tape. Aquatic Ghost Colony. For your consideration. Kind of weird stuff. I bought it at a a record store for like $2. Alright, here's another Roman Candles tape. This is Riley versus Jason in the Battle of Gracious Living. And it probably has the song Gracious Living knowing this tape. It's like I think it's a comp of a bunch of songs. Does this have the song Gracious Living? Yes, it does. Kind of like lo-fi kind of punk rock. A little more clean sounding than like something like Pat the Bunny or something like that. So I guess it's sort of like more folk punk stuff. But yeah, Roman Candles, they're really good. I think they might be still around. They've been around, I think, since like 2008. So I know it's also on vinyl. I think this is. Yeah, check out Roman Candles if you want some good folk punk. This is a mixtape with Oasis and Love Spit Love. I got it a record store. No label. I need to fix that. I got it at a place called, and shout out to my friend Bill, Black Hole Records. If you ever want to visit a cool record store, check them out. Great guys. Another tape I got from my old neighbor. This is Honeybee. I don't know what that is. I didn't get it for that reason though. I got it for side B. And side B actually has an exorcism on it. A full-on religious exorcism. You know, I guess someone in the neighborhood or somewhere, I don't even know how this tape even originated, like, was dealing with some family issues, and apparently one of the, I forgot who it was, but like they invited a preacher in the house to try to pray the demons away. So it's a whole audio recording of that. And I would love to use this for like audio samples one day, because, you know, I mean, it's morbid if you really think about it, but I don't know, I just love that kind of like crazy religious stuff. Oh, it's just blank. Oh, here's the is this the other? Oh no. This is a CBS News tape from October 11th, 1992. And the other tape side has the Police's album Synchronicity, which I actually have on vinyl. This is a tape dub of that. I haven't even heard this. It's kind of like really weird, kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's called Bad Science Fiction by Greg Keeler. I got this for absolutely free from a friend of my dad's. So you got some good psych rock here. Cosmonauts, Persona Non Grata. This is an original cassette release by Burger, back when Burger were still around. Yeah, Cosmonauts are a really good band. When I was really into like Burger stuff, this is one of the bands I was really into. Obviously out of print now. Yeah. Yeah, Burger were just good. They were, in my opinion, they were a really good label. I know people, you either liked them or you didn't, but, you know, whatever. This is some really fun indie rock. No Such Thing as Visions and Tones. This is like some really fun indie rock. It opens up like this. Uh, on the Campground, Let It Happen. Yeah, this was really fun. A really fun band with a bunch of hand stamps on the tape, dub tape. I believe you could find this release on Bandcamp. I know the band's not around anymore, but yeah. If you have the chance, check out Visions and Tones. This is the soundtrack to Pretty Woman, which of course has the song Pretty Woman on it. For whatever reason, I have a copy of the soundtrack. I just don't have a copy of the movie though for some reason. Like I have it on VHS, but I need to get it on. No, okay, I lied. I do have it on VHS, but I don't have it on Blu-ray or whatever. It's got songs by Peter Cetera, Roy Orbison. It's got a Red Hot Chili Peppers B-side, Show Me Your Soul, which is pretty cool. They made a video for that because my brother was obsessed with Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's got Jane Weldon's song. Weldon? I don't know. Robert Palmer, David Bowie. So a lot of really good stuff on here. And I had it for so many years. I think I got it at a yard. I keep saying yard sale. I don't know why I do that. Because I haven't been to a yard sale in forever. But a thrift store. I listened to this once. It's alright. It's kind of like pop R&B. The Boys with messages from the Boys. These guys were signed to Motown, I think. Yeah. And they were really like created to be like kind of like the next big thing. But they put out like I think one album after that and then they kind of split. It's all right. It's kind of like another kind of boy R&B band. I need to listen to it again because I do remember it being pretty decent. Like, it's not my favorite boy band kind of stuff. But it was okay from what I remember. They just never really popped off. This I know for sure, for a fact, this is my dad's. Steve Perry with Street Talk. With Oh Sherry. My dad loves Steve Perry, so he bought this tape. No longer has the case for whatever reason. I don't know what happened to the case, but move that. Yeah. Here we got an original press of one of Kiss's glam albums, Asylum. This is a really good album. I also own it on vinyl and CD. Yeah. King of the Mountain's a great song. Any Way You Slice It. Who Wants to Be Lonely. Radar for Love. That's a great song. All Night. You either love or hate Kiss's glam era. I love them. They get fun. Is this the one with Tears Are Falling? Yeah, Tears Are Falling. Not the best conditioned tape, but yeah. Maybe I'll get the remastered cassette one day. Oh no, tears are falling. This is, of course, the first album with Bruce Kulick on guitar. There he is right there. I met him. He was pretty nice. It was kind of an awkward conversation, though. Because I didn't know too much outside of his Kiss, Ted Shirt Kiss. And he was like, I don't know. It's kind of a long story. Maybe I'll tell it in a video. I have his autograph, though, so he was nice for that, at least. I think this is like emo indie rock. Shove. Got at a record store that's no longer around. Shout out to Pepperland Records. Very DIY, I like it. 1992, huh? Or 93, excuse me. Very old tape. I should probably put this on YouTube. I don't know why it's not. I think it's the same songs on both sides. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Is this the other John Denver tape? No, it's Night to Remember. It's a dub of one of his concerts. No, albums, excuse me. My neighbors were really big John Denver fans. And I like some of his stuff too. This is a demo tape from a band called Adults. From 2011. I think I showed the second one. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I know I also have the second demo from these guys. Pretty decent. Couldn't find any much info about him if you looked online. So I probably have to put this on Discogs. Or even better, YouTube. I would love to get a CD converter. Or tape... cassette to CD converter. This is a demo from a punk band. Hardcore punk band. A New Disease. Video Disease. Pretty typical kind of stuff. I like how the tape is like VD on it. And they also have a MySpace link, which I'm sure is so dead. Because it seems like every song from the MySpace just got wiped because if Tom didn't sell it, then it would have had better security, but whatever. I don't know, I thought MySpace was cooler than Facebook anyway. The red tape. I saw this one other time at a record store in Arizona. It's literally a red studio tape. It's like indie rock with Adapt. This is the band Adapt. Limited to 100 copies. I got number 51. On Baby Carrot Records, I have a couple other tapes from this label. I like the shell. I like the fact the shell is green. That's pretty cool. What is this? Does this say anything? No, it's not. It's another blank tape. This is a recording from KOLS in 1982 on the radio. Got from a neighbor. So it's pretty cool. Anthony's Randomness, January 17th, 2015, almost 10 years ago tomorrow. And Megas XLR, okay, I recorded a part of a podcast of a Megas XLR 10th anniversary, where they were like answering a bunch of fan questions about Megas XLR and the fact that it's pretty much under Cartoon Network's possession because they had an agreement that resulted in tax loss. So that show cannot be released ever to the public or re-aired unless if it becomes in the public domain. So That's cool. We get to wait. I don't know when anything from like 2004 becomes in the public domain, but we'll probably all be dead by then, so that's cool. Uh, another guitar meeting with my cousin from June 16th, 2015. I record so many of those on tape. And we got Elton John with Leather Jackets. Another Elton John album. This is not the tape with I'm Still Standing on it, unfortunately. But it's got Leather Jackets, Heartache All Over the World. Everyone's like interrupting me today. People are rude. On Geffen. That's cool. Pretty interesting front cover and pretty interesting inside picture. It's like, okay, Elton, okay, you like biker dudes? That's cool. You want to be like Rob Halford? Okay. Ghost Blonde, demos in Discord. With a bunch of 4 songs. This was a Cassette Store Day issue. On Negative Fun Records. Came with a download code. Four-song EP of songs written during the pre-Blonde days. 2021, 11, 2012 that didn't make the cut of our first album, so it's like just like B-sides. This tape kind of came in a weird like paper thing. Very DIY. But it's Mythological Horses. It's kind of like lo-fi kind of rock. Kind of like Weird Paul, sort of. And the tape is, of course, a dub tape. Mythological Horses, Lime. There's the email, which I'm sure is no longer in service, and this thing is not tightened enough. So, I don't know. It's kind of a weird way to release a cassette, but whatever. Kind of put these together. Talking Heads, True Stories. Haven't heard this album because I'm not that big of a Talking Heads fan. The only song I know is obviously Psycho Killer, and the Anti-Scene version is better in my opinion. Here's another tape that was released by Alpha Monic. Live Attack Outer Space with the Intellectuals and the Mistreaters. From 2002. This is limited to 150 copies. I got number 141. Oh, these are 2 dates. The Intellectuals live at the Medicine Show, August 24, 2002. And the Mistreaters live at Center State Days, September 28, 2002. So it's like live recordings. It's like a split tape. It's like a garage rock band. That's pretty cool. I like these like early recordings of like bands, you know, kind of lo-fi. It's like a glam punk band. Mule Skinners. I don't think I've ever even heard of this band before I even... And I love, like, glam punk, so... All of the titles are written in, like... I don't know, it's like weird kind of like labeling. I believe these guys are from Los Angeles. From June 96. I remember it being pretty good. It was kind of weird. If it's not on YouTube, I'll probably put it up. Because I know a guy like 20 minutes from my house who converts cassettes to CD, and the case of this is broken. That's cool. 555, slide or die. Let me try to... I gotta replace the case in this thing. Did I replace this with something else? I don't know. Slide or die, kind of like indie rock. You know, just... whatever. I need to re-listen to it again. Record December 26, 2002 in San Francisco. So, I assume they're from that area. I could be very well wrong, though. This is a hardcore punk band. I forgot from where, but it's Higher Learning with Animal. Got it at my friend's record store. Female fronted. Don't think I could find any info about them. Really fast stuff, too. And there's the dub tape. It came with a booklet, which is falling apart, and I need to restaple this. It's kind of like a little tiny zine. These guys are really into Apostle and Plato. Just from their reading list. Wow, this band has a whole manifesto about every song on this. That's a little pretentious if you ask me. That's like liturgy kind of like stuff right there. I don't know, whatever. It's like you don't need a whole manifesto to explain your music. That's just like you have good music. That's it. Me. I'll put the insert in there. Yeah, Higher Learning. Kind of pretentious. But it was alright from what I remember. Flying, Stretch, and Sound. I think this band is from Hawaii. Oh no, Arizona, never mind. And I'm not even going to say that was close, because it's not at all close. It's like indie rock. Yeah, not much to say about that. This is a tape my teacher made for me when I was like 4. 2 children's books, book on tape. Baby Owls and Slippery Fish. Well, Slippery Fish is more of a song. Dubbed June 20th, 2002. On a tape brand I've never heard of, but it sounds really good. Realitech. Which was a pretty popular brand of tapes. It was that and Maxell. Is this an original copy? If it's not, it's a pretty early pressing. Led Zeppelin, Houses of the Holy. Classic Led Zeppelin. My favorite song is Dear Maker. It's got no quarter on it. Over the Hills of Far Away, A Song Remains the Same. Dancing Days, Raid Song. This whole album is just amazing. I need to get a new pad for this because the pad is off and this tape sounds like crap. But if you know Led Zeppelin, you know this album. So this is actually my dad's tape. So I took it from him. This is a good pop punk band. Rhythm Collision with Clobber. This has the song Freak on it, which I heard from a Jolt compilation. Really fun kind of skate punk, kind of pop punk. And I just might be a freak. I love that cover too. I need to get that on vinyl. You know, people either hate or love pop skate punk. There's just something about it just takes you to a better time. I don't know. Another Vanilla Ice cassette. This is a single. Play That Funky Music, which is of course a cover of Play That Funky Music. And it's got a remix and Go Ill. After I heard Ice Ice Baby, I hadn't heard any other Vanilla Ice songs. And then I heard Go Ill. And I didn't even know he covered Play That Funky Music, which is hilarious. Got a couple more tapes to show in this part, and one more last tape I'll show is actually pretty special. Can of Beans. This is like alternative rock from Northern California, I believe. Really fun, kind of innocent sounding almost. They have a song called Abbreviation, which is really good. No One Knows Why is a really good song too. Yeah, Can of Beans were just a fun band. I was friends with the singer online for many years. He now goes by Cody Liam. During this time, he was known as Baby J. And I also have this album on vinyl. On Lollipop. I don't think this album was ever released on CD. I think it might be on Bandcamp though. This is a dub tape. The Simpsons Songs in the Key of Springfield. I just dubbed it from a CD to a tape. It's like basically the soundtrack of The Simpsons, like the first 7 seasons or something like that. So it's got like all the songs from those episodes, which is pretty cool because I like the songs, like a bunch of the songs from the early Simpsons years. This is another read and listen tape, The Polar Express, read by Liam Neeson of all people. I also have the CD version. I love the Polar Express. Such a good book. And a good movie. Watching it usually every Christmas. Some people don't like the Polar Express. I kind of understand. It's kind of slow at first. I saw it in the theaters like 20 years ago, so. This is from 2000, by the way. So, 4 years before the movie came out. This band has the weirdest funny name. The Hard R. Not even kidding. That's the name of the band. Haven't listened to this, so I don't know. But it's on Wiener Records. Thank you. 1984 and 1995. Guarantee you none of these recordings are from those years. But it's from 2015. Once again, more Wiener stuff. Basically, I think the whole deal with Wiener Records is that if you paid them like $500 or some price, or I don't remember how much, it could have been any band. You could have made like the lowest fi recording possible, and they would press tapes for you of your band. So they were kind of cool with that. Now, weirdly, I don't have the tape anymore. This is Awaken the Giant with Anthony Robbins, which I don't know. The tape case fell apart. Of course it did. Whatever. But so I gotta get a new case for this. Connie Salazar. This singer played at my parents' wedding. I can't find any info about him for her, but she gave my parents a tape. I don't know what happened to that tape, so I'll put like a rubber band on that. That really sucks. The case literally crumbled in front of, like this, like, so yeah, that's gone. Oh, this is cool. This is an original press too, and I got this for 50 freaking cents. Frankenchrist by the Dead Kennedys. Original Alternative Tentacles Records press from 1985. This, of course, has Soup is Good Food, Hell Nation, Chicken Farm, Goods Hazard, MTV Get Off the Air, Stars and Stripes of Corruption. This doesn't have the dirty picture in it, so don't worry about it. That's only on the vinyl pressing. It's got lyrics to every song. I hope to get this signed by Jello one day, because I love the Dead Kennedys, one of my favorite bands. I was obsessed with them for a while. And to have an original cassette press, it sounds pretty good too. It's pretty impressive. At 50 cents, come on. Can't beat that at all. Alright, I'm gonna have to make a new pile. Some more lo-fi stuff. The Oinker Doinkers. A tape by us. Weird kind of stuff. Again, I keep making this comparison, but if you like early Weird Paul, I can see you liking this. Handwritten with pen. I mean, you can't get more DIY than that. The Oinker Doinkers. What a weird name. This is a Fred's Fest 2 compilation, which has a bunch of bands on it. on DIY for Life Records. Another DIY for Life Records comp. It's got song. Does it have the list of bands? Yeah, it does. This is limited toy copies. I got number 2. It's got songs by The Remembrance. I know them. Panoramic. Ridgeway. I think I saw them live. The Bruises. Austin Jenkins. That's pretty cool. I don't know how they got away with that cover using a screenshot from the Friends intro, but okay. It's pretty ballsy to do, but you know, whatever. I don't know the whole thing with copyright anyway. Stoned Ape. No idea what this sounds like, so I can't really say. I wish I knew. I wish I lived in a house all by myself, listening to all these tapes where no one could say, shut that off. I will live for a world like that. So that's why people who show their cassettes, who listen to that freely, I'm jealous. Anyway, the Spectres with Baby You're Too Pretty to Rumble. And I don't know why it's got a tack in it. A thumbtack in it. I don't know. It's like punk rock. And they have a song called Phil Spector. Get it? Because they're the Spectres. On King Pizza Records. Pro tape. And it came with a download code. Pretty good. Then we got Cold Chamber, self-titled. Love Cold Chamber. In my opinion, I know I'm going to get flack for it probably. These guys made the first nu metal album. I know people like be like, well, Korn put out the first album in '94. No. Korn denied their nu metal. And you could say, oh, Max Cavalera invented nu metal in '96. And he denies that too. So who invented nu metal? Cold Chamber. End of story. I'll say that till the day I die. Great band. This whole album is perfect. First, Unspoiled, Bradley, Loco, of course. Big Truck, Clock, My Frustration. Pretty raw. Not my favorite from Cold Chamber by any means. But I still love this album. I know Dez is going through some health issues at the moment, because he had to cancel the recent Cold Chamber tour with Fear Factory, so hope he gets better. You know, he had some health issues to deal with. So, because I love Dez, you know. To me, he's like one of the greats, amazing vocalists. So, hope to get to meet him one day. My friend did. Jealous of you, John. And the last tape I'll show in this part is actually pretty special. It's one of the most expensive cassettes I ever purchased. This is a dub of a Meat Puppets rehearsal from 1983. I made the cover myself. My friend dubbed it for me. It's got rehearsals of songs from the first album, and a bunch of live stuff from the first album. Some covers. And I think some of it may be on YouTube. But I don't think everything. And that's not the cool part. Cool part is this. This is a original. This was a handwritten letter, a Xerox of a handwritten letter that was sent to the drummer for a woman named Catherine for a zine, dated August 1983. You could read all that if you want. If you could read that lettering. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it's like, hey, I've been sitting on this tape for a while. Oh, hold on. Let me show this part first. And, you know, hope to get a review. You know, just promote the band or whatever. Derek, who is the drummer. I bought this from a friend who sold it, and he paid a lot for it. He didn't pay, like, he paid a good amount for it. Like, it's not like it's like a cheap tape or anything. So hopefully, I would love to upload this stuff. Because it's like alternate versions of some of the songs from the Meat Puppets early days. And songs I think that would later appear in other albums, so I put in this right here, so it's together. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this part. Thank you all for watching. Got a lot more to go, and I've been having fun talking about my music collection, so hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next part.